I'd like to thank you for watching my video. I'd like to introduce you to some kind of spiritual connection that I feel that we all have. First of all, I'd like to say my name is Mike, and a lot of what I'm about to say could be considered a bunch of gibberish and nonsense and gobbledygook, but that's only due to the fact that your brain is still under development, and what I'm saying is pretty much irrelevant, and I'm not trying to criticize or ridicule your concepts and beliefs and stuff like that, but I'm derived from a spiritual perspective to the point where I've just got a fresh cup of coffee and I put a little bit of creamer in it to give it a little bit of sweet flavor. You gotta have that sweetness of that life factor. So here's the concept that I've gathered from this analogy that I've acquired. Yes, I do like to use big words, so I sound quite educated, even though I'm not that smart and intelligent. I did graduate high school, got a one of those things called a diploma, however you say it. And I'd like to say that this coffee sure tastes magnificent, but from the Colombian ground beans that was cultivated and harvested in the soil on the planet, I can actually taste the little bit of cow manure and stuff. And I ain't trying to be hysterical or funny, but I'm just trying to tell you the real deal schematic of the way it is. Every single being on the planet was created equally. And if you don't believe me, you can ask the Lord himself. And I'm not calibrate, you cannot quite comprehend every consequence of your action, no matter how minute or large. It's like the domino effect, the ripple effect. When you drop a ball in a puddle, when you drop a rock in a puddle of water, the rock drops, causing a ripple effect. That ripple effect goes all the way around. So if you were able to wrap your mind all the way around mine and what I'm saying in regards to this connection, it's good to go. Yeah, I'd like to try to pop off this on the second equation to the tip of my name's Mike, and I'm free-spirited, and I'd like to introduce this video in regards to there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no such thing as failure, to the point where there is right from wrong, yes. As I smoke this cigarette, I can taste the tobacco. I can taste the paper. I can taste the glue. Well, yeah, so what, I'm crazy. But in reality, I can taste the dirt that the tobacco leaf was produced from. I've got a brand new cup of coffee. I can taste the Colombian beans. I put a little bit of creamer in there. I could taste the plastic glove that the dude was using when milking the nipple from the cow. And don't ask me how, but I am going to tell you what I do know. And what I do know is every person on the planet is like a battery and capable of quite a tremendous amount. You do not judge a book by a cover. Being prejudiced will only get you so far. Prejudge, it's a bad deal, because then you've already put doubts in your mind when you're trying to achieve a positive output. And for what I'm saying is, we are all connected on this planet, not because the fact that we are all equal in regards to the creation, in regards to the fact that we all walk and breathe on the same planet, but because of the fact that every galaxy is every galaxy is a grain of sand. In the perspective of every grain of sand on the planet is like a person on the planet. The population of civilization on planet Earth is 7 billion. 7 billion people on the planet Earth. Oh, well, I bet if you were looking to the sky, you'd probably be looking at 7 trillion stars, you know. If not 1 billion to 2 billion, if not 5 billion galaxies, depending on where you look at when you look at up in the creation of the entire inhabit of the universe. So, I'm going to be quite vaguely here and say that I'm going to tell you the real deal. You already know my name's Mike. Fucking I was born on December. So what if I got a little profanity? I'm going to try to use it as a bare minimum because profanity is a depreciation of my education. And here's the evaluation. I was born on the 8th. And if you take the number 8 and turn it sideways, it looks like the symbol infinity. And then I need to step a step back and say we are all batteries, which contain positivity and negativity, or whatever the focal point of your mentality may be. And I ain't trying to spit a freestyle or rhyme or be funny, but I am going to tell you what I do know. And what I do know is that there's no such thing as a failure. The only failure is the attempt to not make another attempt. When you decide to stop achieving the desired destination or goal or output, that's true failure. Just because your actions did not deliver satisfaction to your pre-thought calibration of consequences from your actions. Don't get upset. Don't get mad. Just reevaluate that shit. The human body is a well-calibrated, sophisticated machine like a battery. Within each side of everybody's body, it's the same. There's a digestive system. There's a cardiovascular system. There's a bone system or whatever, you know. So, I ain't no scientist. And I ain't no mathematician, but I can sure write some computer programs, and I can sure mix some chemicals together, you know, and whatever the case may be, I'm telling you, in reality, through this technology, my mentality can look at the grand scheme of things, and we're going to go ballistic on the historical tip. Henry Ford was the creator of a motor. He created a piece of metal machine that absorbed and extracted and, you know, consumed fuel, air, fire. Well, I best not get dramatic and whatever, but everything is living, and when you gravitate to this focal point, you will be able to see the interlacings of time and space and the inhabitation of civilization of the population of people within this little planet. Now, this little planet called Earth has a well-sophisticated system on it. Yes, indeed. There's continents. There's bodies of water There's equators, longitude, latitude, altitude, geographical location, so on and so forth. Now when you go talking continental, you know, what continent? What city or state, province, you know, country? Then you can go, what city and state? Or whatever, you know? What's the capital? Whatever. So on and so forth. You know, you got, in the United States, you got the state. Then in the state, you got a bunch of little cities. But those cities resemble the bigger thing called a county. Now, the county has cities. And then in the cities are streets and little sophisticated structures of, you know, the people on the planet move around on a flat grid, but in reality, because we're so small-minded and minuscule, that we look at it as 3D, because we're in a little bubble, you know. All you do is pop the bubble, and poof. The shit is what you call a supernova, as they say it when it comes to the NASA specifications of an explosion. The creation of a star, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be, we're all stars due to the fact that the number one molecular structure of the human body, there is no solidification. If you were to move so quick, you would just be a blur. That does not mean that nothing is there. It's just moving so quick that it's pretty much incomprehensible to the concept of the average Joe Schmo mind. So in reality, what happens is the centrifugal force that the planet spins on around the Earth, sun, spins around Earth, spins around the sun, blah 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 blah, solar system, so on and so forth. So then, you know, but what I was really talking about was the little bit of bullshit shenanigans that I got popping off on the planet in the bigger celestial system of the Milky Way galaxy. And I know you're trying to be telling me I'm crazy and blah blah blah. Now, we'll step back into this little grid range of you being able to comprehend what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is, you know, the brain is still under development, and a lot of what I'm thinking is irrelevant. But so the body itself has 5 senses: sense of sight, which is one of the most powerful. The sense of hearing, that's 2. That's the audio is really number 1, because once you gravitate to this level, you don't need your eyes to see what I'm saying. You need your frickin' ears. Now, listen. Number 3 is the ability to feel. Now, if you feel what I'm saying, then you can see what's going on. Now, the 4th sense, what is it? Taste? Okay, well, the boom boom bang, you get a little taste of this. Now, sense 5 is, what the fuck is the last one? Smell. You smell this bullshit that I'm talking about? That, I'm a dumb, but I gotta run and upload this up on Facebook. Thanks for watching this badass shit, and I was trying to tell you that we're all connected. We're like a battery. Anybody can reach it and exceed the maximum potential that they have the capability of having. And in regards to this little shenanigans and the connections that we have, it's not even, if you could see the Richter scale of the main line and the little off breaks. And little off breaks is the population of the human civilization. The main grid is the life force, the main drive of life, the force of life. And off of this is the roots. It's kind of like a lightning bolt, and then a little bit of lightning bolt, the smaller ones. And then the You know, when you touch something and get a little bit of static electricity, God just poked you until you need to wake up. But yeah, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down, and I have some more videos on the way.